Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Command Line's CISSP study session, part of Ottawa Cyber LLC. I'm Dr. J, and we're going to spend 1 hour going over 30 questions of CISSP, 30 CISSP questions. There you go. This first one, before I get started, I just want to thank friends over at Pocket Prep. So if you want to save 10% off your study regimen, you Pocket Prep has everything. They don't I actually don't even just cover cyber; they cover all different disciplines. But specifically for cybersecurity, you can follow that link there, and you can get 10% off. So that way you could make sure that you're best prepared for your next certification exam. All right, so. And also too, if you haven't joined the Discord, CLD just joined. Welcome, sir. Um, if you haven't joined us, join the community, the command line on Discord, please follow the link there. Also, find me on LinkedIn. I have the links on my profile as well. Or just reach out to me if you have any trouble. Just let me know, and I'll send you that invite. But we're always looking to um, add new members as we continue to grow, and also if there are folks that want to lead any sessions. Got honestly, I find the best way to learn is by doing. Um, so believe me, you don't need to be an expert in anything like that. But as you're being consistent and studying with others, you'll find the material will definitely cement in your brain. So yeah, just let me know. Always love to welcome new members. And I see got Julian. I think Julian needs to get the AV set up before I can let him on stage. But to do that, then I'll let them on. Of course, and also if you want to join in, we have the links. We have the links through the LinkedIn invite that was sent out today. So if you want to join in and participate, come on stage. Please come do so. You could join in on the chat. Also follow us on YouTube, all our social media. We're on TikTok, everything like that as well. Blue Sky. Having some little trouble with Reddit right now, but we're gonna fix that. So don't worry about that. But we'll be back on there quite soon. All right. So all right, let's get this off. All right. Now last week we scored a 77%. So it's not bad. It's still passing. You still get a cert, but I like to do better than that. So let's go for at least an 85. Why not? So let me get a setup here. I'll share the screen and we'll get started. All right. All right, cool. All right. All right. So, question one: the Stride threat model is used for assessing threats against applications or operating systems. Which of the following is part of Stride?
That'll be D, spoofing.
Yes. Yeah, spoofing, tampering, repudiation, information disclosure, denial of service, and elevation of privilege. So a spoofing attack tries to imitate a trusted user, thereby fooling the system into accepting the imposter as the original entity. An example is an IP spoofing attack. And in IP spoofing, hackers replace a valid IP address with a phony one to impersonate a genuine system or keep the identity a secret. All right. All right, question two. Tina is an accountant for a financial institution and has been committing fraud for years by secretly skimming money from unused budgets. Of the following, what detective control could Tina's organization have implemented to detect her fraud?
Could it have been mandatory vacations? It's not M&N. It's not split. I'm down. The separation of duties is a mandatory vacation.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you because you're so they had the suspicion that something is going on, right? So in
Mhm.
order for the organization to maybe to confirm, they'll need this individual to say, hey, you gotta take some time off. And then while that individual is off, so in this case, for this example, Tina, while she's away on vacation, allows the organization to maybe review her account and really take a deep dive and see, kind of confirm their suspicions. The only mm, Yeah, I can't even consider separation of duties because they're only. Let me read this one more time. Comfort has been committed fraud for years by secretly skimming money. Um, for years by secretly from unused budgets. Yeah, because
Nah,
I don't think it's a matter
mandatory.
of I don't think it's a matter of her having like too much uh access or power, where separation of duties will come into play. I think this may be a um, mandatory vacations. Let's see. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So these are used to detect fraud within an organization. So again, as I mentioned, if you suspect, there's suspicion that for organization that might suspect like an employee is doing something fraudulent, they'll implement having or enforce that individual to take that mandatory vacation, and that way that'll give the organization time to review those accounts and really confirm what they suspect. All right, I got a triple asterisk. I'll add you on. I don't know if you have a bad name on there or that's just the name you have, but welcome. I don't know if it was being blocked off by StreamYard or not. All right. All right, question three. The Chief Information Security Officer, or the CISO of Maple Leaf Industries, is seeking to develop an external hot site on the opposite side of the city from its office to incorporate into the disaster recovery plan. Which of the following would most likely meet the hot site requirement without additional unnecessary complexity or cost?
Um, A, a fully operational site with all the infrastructures, data, and necessary related service. Is hot. Is literally
Which one's going to meet the hot site requirement? So hot site is going to be exact replica. Of course, that's going to be the most expensive because you're not really you're not you know taking you're not taking anything off. You're not. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. You're not compromising or sacrificing anything. So you
yeah.
have one site. It's just a complete replica. Often hot sites are the most expensive because you have all the servers and power, everything running as it would be like a live site. So let me
B
just
would be B would be a hold on, let me look. Oh, wait. B and C both are be honest with you, are warm sites, and then
No,
ARSD is
but it wouldn't be Bravo because it says it has no data. So
yeah.
it
Would it
might
be
be that'd be more of a
Charlie?
warm site.
Would it be
Mm,
Charlie?
nah, it'll be warm because it'll be ready to deploy as soon as it's needed. With a hot site, it should be already up and running.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be alpha because a fully operational site with all the infrastructure, data. I think that's the biggest part. So it has the data and necessary related services. Because even with Charlie, it's still not ready. It's close. So it could be. I think that could be a warm site.
Yeah,
It's close. Yeah, but I think this is gonna be alpha. Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if they described the other ones. Yeah, fully operational site with everything. That's gonna be a hot site. Um, yeah, they don't confirm if those other ones were, but I believe that would be a warm site. Even Bravo and Charlie. Well,
You're
hold
pretty
on,
much warm sites on both Bravo and Charlie.
because
It's only missing one
a cold
thing.
site would have nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was trying to see if they had all of them, but I think Bravo and Charlie are both warm sites. All right. Well, let me max this out. All right. Which of the following is most specifically used to assess business functions and processes to prioritize their criticality? Oh, it should be BIA.
It should be.
Assess business functions and processes to prioritize their criticality. Yeah, I think this is going to be
I
Charlie.
think C business impact analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, performing a BIA is critical to developing a BCP. Yeah, because and it, I looked at Alpha honestly at first, but I was like, no, I don't. It's along those lines, but it's not exactly that because when it's saying they're trying to like kind of just rank everything, when you're saying prioritize the criticality, there's something there's something that comes before that. The BIA feeds the plan. So yeah, so the BIA is critical to developing the BCP and a disaster recovery plan. Remember, BCP and DRP they pretty much go hand in hand. Um, so the BIA identifies all critical functions and processes so that the organization can prioritize them based on criticality. The BIA also involves the calculating risk for identified business functions so that vulnerabilities can be prioritized appropriately. All right, which of the following supports threat modeling by identifying elements common to underlying threats?
Hmm.
This could be Delta
Induction analysis.
by identifying to underlying threats. Like you're deducing
Yeah.
your kind of breaking it down. It's not going to be Alpha.
No.
Geofence has nothing to do with this, so you could take Bravo out. Deprovisioning is like where pretty much you're removing access. So think about it like so when you're provisioning someone's account, let's say you have a new employee and they're starting starting their job somewhere, and IT is setting up their account, they're provisioning their account, they're getting their account set up so that way they could get online. So the opposite, deprovision would be the opposite, where you're removing that access. Maybe that person is leaving. Now you want to make sure you remove that access so they can't get back online onto your network.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, deprovisioning, deactivation, or revocation of the user account. Tokenization is a technique of mapping sensitive data elements to and replacing them with an identifying token that is not itself sensitive if revealed. Um, yeah, neither of these answers or activities are directly to support threat modeling. Geofencing is a security measure commonly used on mobile devices to restrict access based on location. Again, geofence modeling has absolutely nothing to do with this question.
Yeah.
All right, which of the following is a layer 2 protocol that uses packet switching technology to create virtual circuits between routers?
Is that a frame relay?
Yeah.
Because asynchronous transfer mode, that's probably layer 3.
It's yeah.
BGP. Hold on.
Border gateway protocol is not going to be layer 2.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it is. Should it be Delta?
You think it's Delta?
Oh, man. No.
I'm I'm 80% confident it's Charlie.
Yeah. Maybe because I looked at it and questioned myself. But yeah, I think it's Charlie, but
All right.
yeah.
Well, let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the frame relay resides in the OSI model's data link layer and uses packet switching technology to connect WANs connections together. Frame relay uses virtual circuits and a data link connection identifier or DLCI addresses to connect routers. Yeah, ATM or asynchronous transfer mode is a cell switching technology. Border gateway protocol is an IP routing protocol. A fiber channel is designed to create a local area network for the purpose of storage networks, not a WAN. All right, Alex is in the middle of recovering from a disaster. He estimates that all critical systems will be online in approximately 72 hours. What type of site is Alex most likely utilizing for recovery? 72, that's a long time. That's probably going to be cold site.
That'll probably be cold site. Oh, it's
Oh,
warm.
cold site would be like a week, as I'm just after a cold site would be longer. I wonder if it shows.
So we could say hot site was probably 24 hours. Well,
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
12, 24 hours. But I think between the warm and cold site, we kind of
yeah.
look at
See, yeah, cold sites may take a week or more to become live because since the equipment must be purchased and installed. Yeah, so yeah, think of it. Yeah, and I should have known that. Yeah, cold site is just a shell, so you have nothing. So you really just start from scratch. That's going to take the longest to get to ramp up and get online. So yeah, cold sites, um, yeah, at least a week. Warm site, it's kind of in between. So yeah, 72 hours. Um, not as long as cold site, but not as quick as a hot site. So, but of course, yeah, hot site that's going to be the most immediate. If anything, probably won't even have too many hours. I think probably get online in a couple hours because it should be have everything ready to go. All right, an information security manager is working with the information technology manager to review the current threat landscape while assessing the production network. They're concerned that some devices may not be at the correct patch level. They know that sometimes patches are missed or fail to install. Where is the current patch level information most likely to show up?
who we. I want to say A.
Uh, Mr. A asterisk. What do you think? As he comes on the mic, I'll see. Which one did you say, LD?
I want to say A. Vulnerability scan report. But here's the reason I'm kind of skeptical. Well, it's not. It's not a threat modeling report. I don't see it being a threat modeling report. And it's dealing with patching. And patches are meant or fail to install.
Some devices may not be
Hold
at the
on.
correct patch
Current
level.
review the current threat landscape. Okay. While assessing the production network, they're concerned that some device may not be at the correct patch level. So it's not B.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's pro. I'm
Yeah.
almost kind of looking at Charlie.
I want to say, see, with vulnerability scan reports, they usually tell you what's vulnerable. So there's nowhere it says no vulnerabilities. So okay, let's cut A out. I'm cutting A out because there's nowhere it says no vulnerabilities. Also used to looking at the patch scan. But
sometimes patches are missed or fail. So where they're gonna find current patch level information? I'm I'm kind of leaning Charlie, and I'm not exactly ruling out Alpha, but hmm,
Let's go with C.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
what
was
was
Alpha.
Alpha? Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. I'm second guessing myself. I
yeah,
said
yeah.
A, but I don't know because I'm used to
So they say,
patching.
yeah, no, yeah. So they say vulnerability scans are typically run more often than internal audits. Vulnerability scanning, they help discover systems that still require patching. And you know what? You were thinking along the correct lines. You had that right, line of thinking there.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, vulnerability scans should be performed periodically on production environments.
yeah.
So, okay.
Whew.
All right. What is one way software-defined networking and software-defined security (SDS) could most likely reduce monetary costs for a company over time?
Mm, hmm.
What is one way SDN could most likely reduce monetary costs? Oh, all right. You can eliminate alpha.
Yeah, because it's not free.
No, not in this economy. Um, I want to take out delta as well.
Because
Software-defined network and
SDN,
security are always more secure. Uh, I'm looking at Bravo.
yeah, that's why I was looking at. The company can pay for a license for software that virtualized over the years, but some forms will allow for elastic resource capabilities. I don't know. It ain't hitting the way I want.
But what form are they talking about?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't see anything about forms in this.
Elastic resource capabilities. I'll go with B.
Hmm.
Oh, oh,
Oh, it was
oh,
trying. I don't get what form is. I don't. It says some forms will allow for. Uh, so many software-defined networking platforms allow for elasticity of resources between containers of virtual machines. This technically allows a machine to give and take resources as needed. All right, so yeah, know that when it comes to elastic,
I had to read back on that.
so yeah, companies could spend money on a few high-end computers, then provision remote thin clients across the workplace. Despite this, companies should be careful not to virtualize any licensed software beyond the allowance. Yeah, you can get in
Oh, okay.
trouble. Yeah, you could. Yeah, this could lead to legal troubles or a revocation of a license at the most inconvenient of times. Yeah. Um, yeah, the company could get in trouble for doing stuff like that.
Mm,
All right, what is a man trap? That's gonna be Bravo.
Bravo holding area.
Yeah. And if those listening or watching, yeah, man trap. If you go into especially like a government facility, secure area, most some configurations where you may use like your smart card, you scan your card, and then there's like two glass doors. So the first door will open, and then it'll close behind you. Then the next door will open till you get out. Also, you see that even not even just you even see that almost I think in like TSA or like well not TSA but like airports, some areas they have that as well. Um, but yeah, they call it another area. Another name. Uh, there's another name for man trap. I forget the name.
Oh, wait.
I can't remember right now. But that's essentially what it is. All right. Hattie works for a healthcare organization and is concerned that they may not be meeting their due care and due diligence responsibilities. His first task is to understand the difference between the two. Which of the following best defines due care?
C, taking actions to avoid negligence or carelessness, shouldn't it? Not breaking the law, practice activities that maintains the status quo.
I think it's gonna be Charlie. His first task. Which of the following best defines due care? I think Delta make decisions that a prudent person would make. That one's close.
Reason why I was don't look at Delta because that's a prudent man. I think that's a prudent man.
That's due diligence, right?
I'm trying to let me, cause see, they do care and prudent man are almost exactly alike. But that's why I was like,
But yeah, like they fall within this almost like synonyms.
synonymous. They're
Yeah,
very synonymous with each other, but they're so similar to each other that I mean, oh
I
wait.
mean, do what is the best? What's fun? Best friends do care.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be between Charlie and Delta. I if I remember correctly, I think one is where the action already happened,
Yeah,
and one you're trying to prevent it. Like you're doing your best to like so due diligence. You're making sure,
you're detecting before it
yeah, before something
happens.
happens. Yeah. Uh, Duke Duke here might be Delta
You go with that.
because I think due diligence is
Taking
describing Charlie.
actions to avoid negligence or carelessness.
Yeah, I think Duke cares Delta. Let's see. Ah,
Oh, let's see. Yeah. Oh, I kind of.
gosh. So due care is defined as just, proper, and sufficient care. So as far as the circumstances demanded, the absence of negligence. Um, due care is when the individual or company is not at fault for negligence. Negligence is taking an action or failing to take an action that causes harm or injury to someone. Due diligence is defined in Black's Law Dictionary as such a measure of prudence, activity, assiduity, as is properly to be expected from and ordinarily exercised by a reasonable and prudent man under the particular circumstances. It is the prudent person's rule. The prudent person is someone with a similar level of knowledge who in the same situation would have taken or not taken these same actions.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking that it has its own rule. So that's why I was kind of iffy on D. I literally was C all the way, but I was just iffy on it. That
Yeah,
might be my doubt.
due diligence and due care. Honestly, I have a hard time telling the difference between the two.
Due
Yeah, they're
diligence is detecting. Everything before is due diligence. Everything after is due care.
right. All right. What state will Nmap report for a network port it detects as having a firewall interfering with a connection?
That'll be filtering.
Filter.
Filter.
Okay.
Man, I had.
Oh,
Oh, you must have clicked B.
I clicked the wrong one. I clicked the
Yeah,
wrong filter. That's my
yeah.
bad. That's on me because
Oh,
I blew the layup. that's yeah.
yeah,
That's filtered.
yeah.
Golly. Yeah. Fire. Yeah. Filtered firewall interfering with intent to connect. Um. Yeah. And for the one I incorrectly picked. Yeah, mmap cannot determine whether the port is open or filtered. This can occur if a port is open but intentionally does not respond to mmap probes. I knew this one and I jacked it up. That's my bad. And that's a perfect lesson as to why you should take your time on the exam. Don't rush.
Yeah,
Even if you feel confident, read it again. So
yeah.
perfect example. All right. IPsec provides secure virtual private network connections. What are its two primary modes of operation that it can be used in? Oh, for IPsec, that should be Bravo, ESP, and
And
authentication header.
authentication help. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, IPsec can be used in either AH or ESP mode. So authentication header provides authentication of the source of a packet by encrypting the header. This also provides an integrity check of the packet. It does not touch the data or payload of the packet. Encapsulating a security payload provides the confidentiality of the packet by encrypting it with a symmetric algorithm. All right. Of the following, which encryption method does not provide end-to-end encryption?
wow.
I think that's SSL.
I want to say that too. It is
Uh,
the reason why I was like, I want to say that, but then I'm like, that right there threw me off because we know they produce in the end, but we just know one is old.
yeah, and that's what my mind was thinking was that it was old, but I wasn't I say I wasn't all that confident as to whether if it didn't have end-to-end connection encryption. I just knew. Well, if I knew, all right, so I knew SSH and TLS more secure. So SSL, and I did not recall what 802.1 AE was,
Yeah,
honestly. So that's also known as MACsec. Um, it's an IEEE standard that provides confidentiality and integrity at the data link layer of the OSI model. It adds additional headers to the frame that identify it has been protected with MACsec. MACsec provides hop-to-hop encryption or link encryption, not end-to-end encryption.
yeah.
All right. Fire detection systems are used throughout structures to protect employees in a building. Which fire detection system reacts to a change in ambient temperature?
LBB ionization.
Ionization.
If it's not, I'm gonna be
Let me
mad.
just make sure. All right. It's not electric, not photoelectric.
And it's not heat.
Wow.
It's heat. Oh,
Yeah,
temperature.
ambient temperature, yeah, heat.
It
Yeah,
didn't say ionization
yeah,
detects
ionization
smoke,
is for smoke. Yeah.
but I guess because I've seen so many questions
Yeah,
with ionization.
no, but yeah, look, yeah, and I knew it after I hit it too. Cause I looked back at the question. It said ambient, so ambient, like your immediate like surroundings or environment. So ambient temperature, yeah, that's gonna be heat. Which fire detection reacts to a change in ambient temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, heat. Ugh.
Oh goodness.
All right. All right, we're halfway through. The first half is a little rocky, but we can finish strong. And again, those watching and listening in, especially if you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe, and connect with us. Find me on LinkedIn, and then also join the command line on Discord as we continue to grow the community and study together. All right. All right. Question 16. Of the following options, which is likely to represent a runtime environment? Which is least likely to represent a runtime environment?
What's a television with a broken backlight?
um,
That pretty much making me want to say B, but I'm A gaming computer with limited storage that has a runtime environment. A high latency game server has a runtime environment. So now you're down with a virtual machine not currently running and a television with a broken backlight.
That is so odd.
But a virtual machine not currently running.
They said, what is least likely to represent a runtime environment?
This is really kind of throwing me off because I'm like, a television with a broken backlight could be running, but then a virtual machine not currently running is not running. But hold on, a virtual machine not currently running. Oh goodness!
It it could be, Charlie.
Well, a television with a broken backlight. They playing tricks on me on this one.
I don't know.
Because I'm like, I really want to pick C, but if I pick C and it's wrong, we like, how? And I guess look, this is one of them times you just kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
it's a television too. That's the thing. I'm like, it's a TV.
I'm gonna go with Bravo because everything else here it
It has something that deals with.
yeah. So a gaming computer, you got a virtual machine, you got a high latency game server, a television broken by like.
Yeah, I go with B because I just don't see it. I was like,
yeah. Television with broken backlight does not meet the requirements of a runtime environment. So a runtime environment must be an environment in which all hardware and software components are available to fully operate. So these the remaining options here all meet the criteria for a runtime environment. It doesn't matter if the resources are limited as long as they are fully capable of running.
Which the gaming computer just took that out the way. But see, that's why I'm like, in these days, you got smart TVs that has somewhat of a hardware software equipment on it because it deals with networking. So I'm like, that's what it made me like, are we talking just regular television?
Well, but think about it. I mean, television broken backlight, you're not gonna be able to see anything, no matter whether it's a smart TV or not. If it's a broken backlight, you can't. It's just gonna be a dark. You can't see anything.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that's what it's saying here. In this case, you can't run it. Like the TV cannot operate because all the components that's needed for it to have a successful operation is not present.
Yeah.
All right. Software that can run in various types of environments is known as which of the following? Oh man, I'm looking at Charlie. So various types of environments is known as what the following?
I probably would have went Charlie too because it's portable. When you're doing something portable, it can run in many types of environments. Go from one environment to the next.
Let's see.
Yep.
Portable code is code that can function in any environment without a compiler. So this code is typically found in a runtime environment. So specifically, it is the code providing the functionality of an operating system for a virtual machine. For example, these file types can often be seen as ISO images. Okay, yeah. All right. Understanding what makes a password secure is critical. Which of the following passwords is least likely to be compromised? That's going to be Delta.
Oh, yeah, because it got the exclamation point.
Yeah. To try to get you with Charlie,
Wait, hold on.
but there's no special character in Charlie.
Yeah, let's.
Bravo is all lowercase, no numbers.
We know A and B wasn't gonna be in there. It's
No.
just, I guess, because when you look at C, yeah, it has numbers, small case letters, lowercase letters, and it has numbers in it, and it's long. Hold on, 2, 4, 6.
I mean, it's yeah, but it doesn't have a
It doesn't have a character in it.
yeah, it doesn't have a special
I'll
character.
go with D. Yeah. If it's C, I'm gonna be yeah.
Wow, it
It's
was
long.
C.
That's why I was like,
Yeah,
it's just long. That's what it was. It's less than 60 because
less than
D
16
was
characters.
15.
How much? Oh yeah.
D was 15. And that's why I was looking at like what was 15
What it
characters?
says? Yeah, Delta was 16. It says here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's just
even
longer.
though it didn't have the special character in it, yeah, you say yeah, it's still a long password.
It's a
So
long password, and that's what threw me off.
yeah,
It to me, like long passwords like that can get away with it. Quicker than you doing character, number, uppercase, lowercase, number, and just a character, and it's less than that. So I'll say the strength of a lot of passwords is this long, it's length than anything.
right.
So they'll probably be on the test too. I bet. I won't. I won't. I look. I'll put money. I'll be on the test.
But that's good to know, though.
Yeah.
You know, don't automatically assume. You know, because I guess my train of thought was because I didn't see all the elements that made a quote unquote secure password weren't in there, so I didn't see a special character. So that's why I went with, even though it was shorter, I went with the one that had a special character. All right. Payroll managers must follow a policy that requires one to create and print the checks and the other to sign them. There's no authorization for one manager to both print and sign a check. This is an example of which of the following.
I want to say separation of duties.
Yeah, this is separation of duties.
Could one print the other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you're making sure that one person doesn't have all the power or control to perform any function.
Now, two-person control. What was that? Go back.
Oh, I'm
Two-person
sorry.
control.
Yeah, dual control, like two people have to do that an action at the same time.
Okay.
For it to run.
So it also hits split knowledge because you have to do it at the same time, and you run with the separation.
Well, no, split knowledge is not the same as dual control.
Yeah.
Dual control is different.
Yeah.
Dual control, like let's say me and you, like we're running a submarine, and I'm on one side of the sub, you on the other, and we turn the key at the same time to let off a missile or something. That's dual control. Split knowledge. In order to perform a function, like so, let's say you have knowledge for like one part of the operation. I have the knowledge for the next part. Like we don't like our, I guess like better, our knowledge doesn't bleed over, or we don't have the same action. So it's split knowledge in order to get one action to be completed.
Yeah.
All right. Which type of network discovery scan pull open? Let me read this again. Which type of network discovery scan opens a full connection with a remote system on a specific port? This opens a full connection.
Say.
Oh, it should be Charlie. excuse me, TCP acknowledge, TCP send your
Send acknowledge. And Christmas scan.
no.
I'm looking at
Yeah,
full,
it sends synac ack. Like when you have the full connection, like all right. So TCP is sitting, it's starting the connection, right?
yeah.
And then the next is okay. Then remote, host B is going. It's going to say yeah, we're good. So it's going to be synac, and then in order to get the connection now, it's going to be ack, the last one. And then you can go into fine details. Or yes, where you say fin, like when you like close, like you're done with the session, you go fin, and I think there's another one too. Can't remember, but
Reset. I know.
oh yeah, reset. Yeah, RC.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, let's go with acknowledge. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh wow.
I guess because I was looking at scan connect scan, but I was like,
all right. So TCP connect scanning. It was a full connection, meaning that the scanner replies with an act to complete the TCP through a handshake. Through a handshake. Excuse me.
man,
This type of scan is usually selected when the user does not have privileges to run half open scans. All right. So TCP ACK. Okay, it's incorrect because it's also a half open scan and only sends a packet with the ACK flag set.
Chris scan is not open a full connection. Instead, sends packet with fed. Yeah. So connect scan. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man. Tonight's pretty rough, everyone. Tonight's a little rough, but we'll keep pushing through. All right. Of the following, which is most likely used to exfiltrate data?
Infiltrate data.
So it's not going to be fuzzing. Steganography is like you're hiding like a message within like a picture or
yeah.
So I believe this is going to be alpha.
Race condition.
It's to exfiltrate data.
Yeah, let's go with race condition.
Steganography.
It is the exfiltrate data. Race condition is a problem or flaw within the piece of software through the program.
So steganography is used to hide data inside of an image. Yes, it's commonly used as a bypass data loss prevention engines, and it's difficult to detect. Steganography works by modifying the least significant bits of the image to embed data into the image.
My goodness, I'm gonna have this ain't one of them days.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't. That didn't hit me to think it was steganography. I mean, cause I knew what steganography is.
Yeah.
But the question
exfiltrate data. You know,
so let me read race conditions. So race condition is a problem or flaw within a piece of software that is due to programming errors. There are some programming errors that may allow data to be exfiltrated, but this would not be one of them. A race condition causes a system to stop working. Oh wow, got flagged that. Okay.
Okay, let's get back into it.
Yeah. All right. Which of the following organizations establishes the standards for service organization control or SOC audits?
This is tripping me. This is it ain't ISO, it ain't this. Now I'm cutting ISO and cutting this. SSAE.
Oh, it's not. It's not Charlie. Why
No.
is it? Why is it not Delta?
Um.
Service standards for service for SOC audits.
Hold on.
I,
Let me
I,
let me
I,
refresh
I don't.
myself.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it's Bravo International Electrotechnical Commission. It's not that.
I know it. I know it's not. This is one of the days. I'm like, yeah, I'm right, but then I'm like, no, this ain't it. Oh,
I think this is Delta.
you think it's ISO?
I think so. Well, what were you thinking?
You know what? I have a feeling it probably would be NIS. I think it would be the NIS 800-53A, but goodness, I'm really, really,
Mm.
oh my goodness, I'm really, 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 really. Cause see, that's one reason I'm kind of cause SSAE and SSAE 18, I know deals with soccer.
Yeah.
But none of these are SSAE 18.
Right.
And that's throwing me off because I'm
Do you
like,
remember what SAE stands for?
oh wait, if I can remember that real. But you know what? IASC also, I'm going with C. I hate to do that, but I'm going with C. My mind is saying C because SOC 1 and the SSA and the IASC deals with public accounts too. As
All
much
right. I mean, you know what, everyone. I mean, tonight's been a rough night, and and there it is.
the
You're
reason why
right.
I kill both ISO and NIS because NIS they deal with different stuff, but when we dealing with the SOC, we dealing with the SSAE statement of standards and attestation engagements.
Right.
But I was like, man, it's just I don't know what it is. just I like it ain't those two, and IEC has nothing to do with. I'm sure, but I'm like, I don't see SSAE on here.
So, all right. So let me read this out for everyone. So yeah. So the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, or AICPA, establishes the standards for service organization control, or SOC audits. So these audits organize, evaluate, and report on an organization's internal controls according to the ICPA's proprietary trust service principles. The standards for SOC audits are documented in the AICPA publication, SSAE. That's a statement on standards for attestation engagements, number 18. So while NIST, ISO, and IEC are all organizations that promote standards, they do not establish the standards for SOC audits. That was a good one. Could you say that one? Because I was definitely gonna pick Delta.
I don't know. It's just it really kind of it really just how you look at something, you like, I think it's that because I don't see what I want to see, but it's
Right.
coming close because of the financial part of it.
No, I got you. All right. Other following, which spread spectrum technology uses chips to reconstruct lost data?
Nah, I ain't CSS. I've never seen this before.
Um,
Church spread. Nah, I don't know. This one give me a blank.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Delta.
Yeah, I was thinking D too, direct sequence spread spectrum, but hey,
Yeah. That
look
that
at it
that
go.
that was I was like 40% sure on that. Um but okay, but DSS is a modulation technology that increases bandwidth and adds redundancy by adding sub bits to messages. These sub bits are called chips and can be used to reconstruct data, similar to how a redundant array of independent or inexpensive drives or RAID 5 reconstructs data after a drive failure.
And
Uh,
what would it took if knowing this CSS and
so CSS is a modulation technique using wireless communication systems transmit data signals over wide frequency range. I didn't. So that was a part of the only one I eliminated was alpha. Um, but yeah, delta vaguely stood out to me. Um, 'Cause I do recall seeing something like this when to reconstruct lost data, probably from the reading, but it DS yeah D triple S was the only one that really
if I'm
stuck out
looking
to
at
me.
this right too, all three of those that were wrong are
Hmm.
Wi-Fi or wireless, and D is the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
one
yeah.
that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much not.
Right. Well, not exactly because FHSS is a wireless communication using radio transmission. OFDM is using telecommunications. Yeah, so that's for like Wi-Fi, LTE. Um, yeah, and the CSS is used for
Using Wi.
mobile. So yeah, so the it's technically under wireless, but there's
Yeah.
different lanes when it comes to the wireless.
All right.
All right, of the following, which best describes a Type 2 authentication factor?
That'll be B, smart card. It's something you know, something you have, and something you are. So something you have will be a smart card.
All right. Even with that, I was like, I had to keep looking at the other question or the other options we had.
A
But yeah,
is something you are,
right,
and B and C and D is something you know.
all right, and yeah, and with that, yeah, palm vein scan is biometric, so it's a Type 3. Um, yeah, PIN numbers, security question, something you know, that's a Type 1 authentication factor. Yeah, and yeah, something you have is a Type 2.
All right.
All right. What was designed by Netscape to protect communications between a web server and a web browser?
Um. No, because I'll say with transmission, there'll be TLS or SSL, and challenge handshake application protocol.
Mm,
It might be A because I'm thinking challenge.
Chap was developed by Microsoft.
Oh, okay. So chat was so Netscape will probably have.
I want to.
I want to say Bravo.
Yeah, I'm looking at Bravo
Yeah, Internet Key Exchange.
because I don't believe TLS was
All of them deal with
established. Yeah.
transmissions, and being that if you take C, it
Let's see.
was C.
I know it had to be like an earlier. Yeah, I don't think it was TLS. Um,
Yeah, because it was superseded by
yeah,
TLS.
yeah. So SSL developed by Netscape to protect communications between web server and web browser. SSL uses asymmetric encryption and PKI to securely exchange a client-generated session key. After which all traffic is encrypted using symmetric encryption. SSL has been superseded by TLS. Yeah, CHAP is an option with point-to-point protocol authentication. It doesn't say who it was made by, but yeah, I believe CHAP is made by um, Microsoft, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay, and a key exchange is a symmetric key exchange protocol found within Internet Protocol Security or IPsec. All right, which measure is most likely to delay a brute force attack?
Measure brute force attack. The increasing the length of the path.
Increasing, yeah,
We just look. We literally,
yeah,
as much as we had just got through with that.
yeah. Yeah, you might have a long password. That makes it that much harder.
Yeah.
All right. Which of the following development models has 12 principles stated in its manifesto, such as the following? Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Work in software is the primary measure of progress. Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential.
They'll be agile.
Yeah. Satisfy the customer. Yeah. Yeah, and there's 12 principles for the Agile Manifesto. I'm not going to read all of that, but you could definitely look it up, those watching. All right. Alex has been asked to deploy biometric technology by choosing the most accurate method possible that is not affected by health conditions. Which of the following is the most accurate biometric technology?
I want to say ours.
Yeah. Because an iris doesn't affect your health where you
Yeah,
can
ours
detect
don't
like
affect your health.
other.
Retina would have been big, but ours don't affect your health.
Right. Yeah. So iris scan is the best choice when considering individuals' health conditions. Retinal scanning is the most invasive because unlike an iris, blood vessels in the retina can be affected by health conditions. So retinal scans may also conflict with privacy laws because they can reveal certain aspects of an individual's health status, such as diabetes, pregnancy, or high blood pressure. All right, which of the following is based on the IEEE 802.3 standard and uses individual units of data called frames?
I want to say token ring. I really want to say token ring. Because frames is a layer 2. Frames is layer 2. So we looking at layer 2. Which one?
But why is it token? I guess I'm trying to recall. Why is it token ring though?
I know Ethernet is 1 because it's bit. Bluetooth would probably be 4. Transport because Bluetooth would be UDP. Fiber distribute data interface.
Yeah. Fiber doesn't use frames.
Yeah. Token ring to me is the only one I think can use frames.
I don't know. I'm thinking Ethernet. But I'll try it. Yeah.
Well, it was Ethernet.
Ethernet.
Token ring use
token ring
802.5.
Yeah. Bluetooth is IEEE 802.15 fiber.
Oh, Ethernet do use a MAC address. Oh crap.
Yeah.
That's
Ethernet shared LAN technology uses numerous devices to communicate with the same medium, but requires the devices take turns communicating and performing collision detection or avoidance. Ethernet is based on IEEE 802.3. Yeah, and that's why I was kind of pushing back. I was like, I didn't see why it was token ring. All right, last one. Let's make this one count. What is privilege creep most likely? Oh, excuse me. When is privilege creep most likely to occur?
I think that'll be B when the employee is most likely promoted.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think that is because when you get promoted, you kind of
you get access and And if you're not, and if it's not that access is not revoked, so like from your previous, position, yeah, you can see that privilege creep happen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So see that last paragraph. So when an employees leave the business for any reason, including being fired, the access needs to be revoked. However, any access not revoked will not expand after they're fired, which is the meaning of privilege creep.
Yeah.
Well, let me look at the first one. So privilege creep happens when users' permissions are not revoked during role changes. That's what I'm looking for. So this gives them permissions to systems and resources they no longer need to do their jobs, violating the principle of least privilege.
Oh man, I know we didn't do good. We was
Yeah,
hitting.
yeah, we didn't cut it today. We didn't cut it today. Today
Uh,
we got a
yes.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
Hey,
said,
I mean, this was this one was actually quite challenging. It definitely shows. Okay, got to brush up. Got to brush up. So,
yeah.
um, but okay, and that's the thing too. We this is the time. This is the space you want to make the mistakes and get to understand like where what are the areas that you're weak in, or certain areas you may need to read over. Certain areas you thought you were good, but maybe not really. Now you need to really double check on that. So, but this is where you want to do it before we go
Before you
and
hit the
sit for the big
test.
exam. Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but no, uh, this was good. I appreciate everyone out there watching. And if you want to join the command line, definitely, like I said, reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn. Also, uh, LinkedIn. We're on Discord. We're on TikTok. We're all over the place. And also, I want to shout out my sons. They're handling the social media for me. So definitely interact with them as they're doing after their homework, of course. But they're helping their old man out. So, but that's it for tonight. We'll be back next week, and we'll try to do better. We'll do better next time.
All
All
right.
right. All right, y'all.
All right.
Have a good night.